Hi, my name is Lori. Welcome to Lori Goes Hiking. I am going to be hiking the Appalachian Trail in 2026. That is a continuous footpath from Georgia to Maine. I am a hot mess today. I forgot my phone and just spilled coffee all over myself driving, set up the tripod here, and it fell, turned on my wipers and the radio at the same time. So we just had Thanksgiving, spent the last 2 days decorating for Christmas. I think I need some nature. I've got to detox a little, get grounded again, and stop freaking out. Before we get out and get started, I just wanted to thank all of you so much for your support, for subscribing, and all of your comments on my announcement video. Your support has been overwhelming. I have even followed some of you on your AT Thru-hike, and I so look forward to all of your advice. So, the main reason I'm out here today is that I have been getting a lot of questions from friends and family after they heard of my plans for next year. Um, I am a fairly private person. I love talking about the trail and backpacking, just not myself. So, a lot of people, even close to me, don't know why I want to do this. And they're concerned about my safety. They just have a lot of questions. So, I just wanted to share a few things about myself today, and hopefully this will give you a perspective, where I'm coming from when you follow my journey next year too. So, fun little fact number one is I cannot walk and talk and record at the same time. I've proven this on trail. A few times I have tripped while I tried to do all those, and one time I walked over a snake in the middle of the trail. So I'm playing it safe and not talking and walking and recording. I am 51 years old. I have lived in Florida my whole life. I have been married for 23 years. We have two daughters and two dogs. I work full time managing the investment operations of a wealth management firm. I am a Christian. I like landscaping, vegetable gardening, baking, and just learning in general. When I retire, I want to be a campground host. I want to be a dog foster for our Humane Society full time. And I also want to be a certified master gardener.
You alive?
Even though I grew up in Florida, I was never a beach girl. Our family took vacations to the Appalachian Mountains, mostly North Carolina. So that's where my heart has always been. And in 2014, I saw a video on YouTube by Will Wood, whose trail name was Redbeard. And I was fascinated. He was hiking the AT. So I went and bought my first guidebook and followed along every mile in it. And I was hooked. That year, I also watched Dixie, whose channel is Homemade Wanderlust, do her first hike. That's when I started reading a lot of books, watching more videos, and asking for gear for every Christmas and birthday. But I had no one to go with. No one I knew liked backpacking. There are no backpacking trails around our area. So years went by. Finally, I just decided to go do a section by myself. I had to find out if I hated it. If I hated it, then I could just stop all the research, but I absolutely loved it. Since then, I have completed 300 miles of trail. I go with friends, family, and even people that I met on the trail. As a section hiker, it takes so much work just to get out there. And I wonder, why do I even do this? But as soon as I'm out there, I remember why, and I'm already planning the next trip by the time I get home. So why now? Why am I doing a through hike now? I have worked for 39 years. I've had a job since I was 12. My girls are grown now. Even when they stayed home, I did bookkeeping. So my husband and I, we have worked really hard, and we are finally at a place where I can step away for a few months. So right now is kind of the sweet spot. I am in better shape than I've ever been. We're financially stable. I'm just getting older. If I wait any longer, it's going to get physically harder. So that's why I'm doing it right now. These squirrels are so loud. You tell me if there's a gator coming up. Um, yeah, I'm watching behind me. This is a 5-mile trail, but only 150 feet of elevation change, and I think it's all right here. Okay, I'm all done walking. There really wasn't another good place to sit down and just have a chat, so I'm back at my car. Got my coffee, of course. Spilled it immediately. It's okay. Okay, so I don't believe that you need any special qualities to through hike, but here's some that I think will give me a good chance of succeeding. Number one, I already know that this is going to be a challenging journey, but I don't start something unless I'm sure I can finish. I don't play a game unless I know that I can win. So it's not an admirable quality, but I don't give up. So I'm hoping that this stubbornness will push me through the difficult days. The trail is going to be physical. Most of it is just walking, but there are parts of it that are going to be tough. I'll go into training in another video, but I've done CrossFit for 3 years. It has pushed me to my physical and mental limits, and it's taught me that I can do difficult things. In addition to that, last month, October, I began walking 3 miles a day. And we just finished November. Well, it's tomorrow, but I've walked 4 miles a day in November. And I think next month I will add in going to a different gym twice a week, doing the Stairmaster and walking at an incline. Is this what you call twilight, you youngins? It's bright. I don't think it's what it's supposed to be. Maybe 30 minutes from now, I should record. Anyway, who cares? Like most of you, I am an introvert. So I know I'll be meeting new people and being in new places almost every day. So to prepare for this, last year when I turned 50, I did something every month that I have never done before. or that was out of my comfort zone. So I went rock climbing. I volunteered at a homeless shelter. I did my first and probably my last 5K. I did not enjoy that. I did the Murph and the CrossFit Open. I built handicapped ramps. I went line dancing. I don't like country music, so you can see why I chose all of these. They were very difficult for me to do. And I taught myself how to create a YouTube channel and edit and everything. So now I'm hoping that new experiences won't scare me quite so much. I've spent a lot of time watching other people do this. I've read a lot of books, some of them twice. I have read Appalachian Trials 3 times. I think that knowing a lot is going to help me to be flexible. I definitely a planner, but I know I can't plan this trip. I want to know as much as I can about it so that when I need to be flexible, I know the options. I really enjoy researching gear. I have an extensive spreadsheet of gear that I own and gear that I want to try. You know that quote? I've got a spreadsheet for that, and that's me at work and at home. But at this point, I've dialed in my gear and I'm confident in it. I am simple. I don't like painting my nails. I wash my hair once or twice a week. I don't own a lot of clothes or shoes. I don't wear a lot of makeup or jewelry. Living simply on the trail is not going to be that much different from my daily life. I love the rain. Walking in the rain does not bother me. I am used to heat, humidity, and bugs. It is November 30th, and it was 75 today on the trail. My gym does not turn on the air until it gets to 85 degrees. So I work out in the heat. I try to see that as a positive, like I am training for trail. Did I learn how to pace myself? Yes. Did I learn I have to be hydrated? Yes. The humidity here is so oppressive that you can't breathe. Bugs. I have had roaches fly onto me. I have had spiders the size of my hand in my house. And we have mosquitoes the size of hummingbirds. I enjoy being alone. So if that happens, I will be fine with it. But I know that I'll never really be alone. 3 to 4,000 people start this trail every year. There are even some days when 50 or more people will start. In fact, if I want to be alone, I would really have to try. I do look forward to meeting other people. On section hikes, I have met other through hikers that I could have easily continued on with, and I've made lifelong friends. I know that I'll find people that hike the same pace as me and have similar personalities, and that's when you form a tramily, a trail family. There are two animals that I am anxious about, and that is snakes and bears. So, sorry, there's an ant on me. Um, I'm not afraid of ants. It was just tickling. But anyway, I learned as much as I could about them. Face your fears, right? So now I can identify venomous snakes and I know more about how to act around bears. I have had several encounters with snakes on trail. Only one was venomous and it really just wanted to be left alone. And I have met 5 bears on trail, 3 of them from afar and 2 of them way too close. I do have a story about that I will share later. I do really love black bears and I always hope to see them. But when I do, I just about pee my pants and I usually don't eat the next meal. By the way, there are no grizzlies on the Appalachian Trail, only black bears. The last thing that I think will help me succeed is the support of my family, friends, and now you. Okay, here are a few things about me that I think might make the trail a little bit harder. I have been vegetarian for 21 years. I do eat salmon and tuna, so I'm technically pescatarian. And at home, I put a lot of time and effort into eating healthy, balanced meals, but I know that will be really difficult on trail. The easiest food to eat is going to be carbs and sugar, and those are things that I do love. protein is going to be a challenge. I also don't want to get diabetes, so I'm going to try not to eat too much sugar. But I've worked really hard to build muscle, and I am truly afraid that if I lose any now, I won't be able to get it back. So I'm going to be concerned about getting enough protein. I am highly intolerant to corn, so much so that I just tell people I am allergic. But it's not just corn, it's everything that is made from corn. It's high fructose corn syrup, it's cornstarch, cornmeal, maltodextrin, sorbitol, citric acid, modified food starch, and so much more. Um, if I eat it, within minutes, my eyes start burning, I get a headache, and I get nauseous. Shortly after that comes the stomach pain and diarrhea. And then for 2 days, I have joint pain from the inflammation. I know that I'll break down and eat food that I shouldn't. Pizza is my favorite food. I could eat it every day, and I can't. I want to, but I can't. So I will be sending resupply boxes to myself. I know it's going to be a logistical nightmare, but I have to try. I have only seen snow twice in my life. So I have very little experience dressing for it and hiking in it. So if there is a lot on the trail, I might stay in a hostel or a hotel. I do have microspikes, they're Catula. I do have waterproof sealskin socks, and I have great gear. I just don't have the time right now to drive far enough north to where it snows to test it all out, unfortunately. My only real concern is the Smokies. I do know that gets bad, and I'll be there in March. I have actually hiked all of the AT in the Smokies, so I'm know what it's like. I'm comfortable with it. It's just the snow and the ice. I am very sensitive to poison ivy. I got it 4 times in 1 year before I figured out what works for me, and that is immediately scrubbing down after I have contact with it. So I've just resigned myself to the fact that I am going to get it on trail, and every time I go into town and take a shower, I will be scrubbing down. I have very little experience rock climbing. I have done it at a gym twice, but I don't like it and I'm not good at it. There are parts of the trail that will require using my hands to climb up. I'm just hoping that by the time I get to those sections that I will have maybe lightened my pack a little bit, be stronger, and have friends around me that could help. The majority of thru hikers have either just graduated or just retired. I have a full-time job that I am happy with. So while I'm not planning to rush, I do have coworkers that are waiting on me to return. Leaving my family might be the most difficult part of this. This is the most selfish thing that I have ever done. I'm leaving behind responsibilities to do something that I want to do. They're supportive and know how important this is to me, but I'm leaving for a long time. I have done a tremendous amount of preparation at home, but they'll be taking on a lot. I just hope that on a bad day, I don't quit because of guilt. My plan right now is to do daily videos. That is mainly so that I can share what I'm doing with my friends and family. Another reason is so that I can document my journey to look back on when I'm older. Also, your comments and support might be exactly what I need to get me through a difficult day. Maybe I will even be the encouragement that one of you needs to get on trail. Next week's video will be about how I'm training. Let me know if you have any advice on that. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.